let's follow the same process for numbers 36 to 40 to prepare for what we will hear. So for 36, let's look for keywords, current juniper populations, and especially ratios is what we'll listen for there. 37, same age. Right, same age. Bushes we'll also hear. Bushes in each group are of the same age. 38, plant life is trialing novel techniques. Okay, novel techniques. Also, plant life. This appears to be a kind of some sort of company or some kind of a corporation or organization, perhaps. 39, one measure is to introduce blank for seedlings. Introduce and seedlings. 40, to plant something from healthy bushes. Now mentally, you'll want to think of synonyms as well. So ratios, percentage, proportion, amount, fraction, any word related to ratio. Same age, maybe similar age, or years old. You might hear the number of years old. Right? Novel techniques. What does novel mean? Okay, novel means new, fresh. Right? New, fresh, interesting, perhaps. Okay. Introduce, start, deliver, give, something like this. And plant, maybe grow, transplant. And healthy, not diseased, undamaged, strong. Any words like that that mean something similar to those words. If you have time to write them out, great, but at least mentally you should be thinking of these words. Now the second step, of course, is to think of what's in the blank and try to predict the part of speech or maybe even the type of word more specifically. Ratios of the blank. Hard to predict what this will be, but we know that it is a noun. Right? Some kind of noun. 37, so blank of whole populations. Again, must be some kind of noun. Okay? Something of whole populations. Hard to predict. This is going to be a kind of abstract word. But something related to the problems, though. So something negative, I would imagine. Disease, maybe? Degeneration? Not sure. 38, across blank areas of England must be an adjective, wide, big, vast, different, other. Introduce blank for seedlings, a noun here. Okay, introduce something for seedlings, protection, maybe? Hard to predict what this will be. Again, some kind of abstract noun, probably. Protection, shelters, maybe? And 40, plant something from healthy bushes. Okay, new plants, to plant new members, new items. Again, hard to predict. Okay, a lot of these are going to be quite abstract, but we know the part of speech for sure. Noun, noun, adjective, noun, and noun. All right. So now let's go ahead and listen to the script, and let's see if our work to prepare to listen has paid off and made it easier to understand and catch the answers. Here we go.
So why is the juniper plant declining at such a rapid rate? Well, a survey conducted in the north and west of Britain in 2004 to 5 showed that a major problem is the fact that in present-day populations, ratios between the sexes are unbalanced, and without a proper mix of male and female, bushes don't get pollinated. Also, the survey found that in a lot of these populations, the plants are the same age, so this means that bushes grow old and start to die at similar times, leading to swift extinction of whole populations. Now, the charity Plant Life is trying to do something to halt the decline in juniper species. It's currently trying out 2 new major salvage techniques, this time focusing on lowland regions of England. The first thing it's trying is to provide shelters for the seedlings in areas where juniper populations are fairly well established. These, of course, are designed to help protect the plants at their most vulnerable stage. A further measure is that in areas where colonies have all but died out, numbers are being bolstered by the planting of cuttings which have been taken from healthy bushes elsewhere. Now, I hope I've given a clear picture of the problems facing this culturally and ecologically valuable plant, and of the measures being taken by Plant Life to tackle them. If anyone has any questions, I'd be happy.
Now let's look at numbers 36 and 37. We said current juniper populations and ratios. So number 36, let's look for that. In present day populations, okay, similar to current juniper populations, and we have exactly the word ratios. They made it a little bit easy for us. Between the sexes are unbalanced. Ratios between the sexes are unbalanced. Ratios of the blank. Now, here's where the part of speech is so important. We know that this must be a noun. So we know that unbalanced cannot be correct, right? Ratios of the, it must be sexes. Ratios of the sexes are poor. Or ratios of the sexes are poor. Okay. Now, 37, many of the bushes in each group are of the same age. Right? Maybe bushes in each group, same age. We're listening for that age. And here we have same age. Okay, so this means that bushes grow old. So blank of whole populations is rapid. We need a noun here. Right? Bushes of whole populations? No. Grow old? No. Start to die? No. Leading to swift? Aha. Extinction. Extinction of whole populations. Let's put that in the right color. Extinction of whole populations. Okay, we can actually hear this as well. Blank of whole populations. All right, so the more you practice that, the more you'll start to catch, hey, this would be a good keyword to listen for. Finally, let's look at numbers 38 through 40. Remember, in 38, we're looking for novel techniques and also this company called Plant Life. We're looking for an adjective, some kind of areas. Now the charity Plant Life, so we hear that this is a charity organization. And let's see, new major salvage techniques, this time focusing on lowland areas, okay, lowland regions. So there we have our answer, lowland. Okay, and just like number 37, we actually have a word here that's kind of a synonym, regions compared to areas. Okay, so lowland, yeah, it's an adjective. It's definitely being used as an adjective here, but maybe not the adjective, not the type of word we were imagining, like large or various. Okay, we actually have a kind of a noun being used as an adjective here. Okay, lowland regions. Number 39, we were looking for to introduce something for seedlings, and it should be a noun, as we remember. We see provide here, and blank for the seedlings. This one comes very early. You really have to listen carefully. Between lowland and shelters, there's not much time. Okay? Within this kind of 2-sentence block, it appears in the first kind of 25% of that. Okay, so that's another little trick that the writers will use, especially in passage number 4, or section 4, where we're supposed to be writing a more difficult passage. You'll have a short distance between 2 answers. Now, number 40, a further step is to plant something from healthy bushes. Okay, so we see here further measure, okay, which matches further steps, so we can prepare to hear the answer. In areas where colonies have all but died out, numbers are being bolstered by the plantings. See the word plantings there? We see healthy bushes over here. Plantings of what? Plant what? Cuttings. Cuttings is our answer for number 40. Okay, and there you have it. That is the end of this particular passage. You can go ahead and rewind and listen to it again just to get accustomed to following the steps to prepare, and also while you're listening, trying to catch any traps or listening for these kind of tricks like we used in 38 and 39.